Hey everyone, how are you guys? This is Faye from Moonlit Ocean Waves, and I'm really excited because I'm currently doing a general reading for all 12 zodiac signs for March 18th to March 31st, 2019. I will also be doing a general and love reading for all 12 zodiac signs for the month of April, and that will be up towards the end of the month. Now, if you're interested in booking a reading with me, you can do so online. I have my website linked in the description box as well as in my bio. So I am just a little bit about me. I'm an intuitive tarot card reader and oracle card reader. I also do intuitive advisement. So with regards to intuitive and tarot and oracle card reading, I do touch on the traditional meaning of the cards, but I always go with my intuition on how the cards relate to your situation. Okay, so the deck that I'll be using for today's general reading will be the Everyday Witch Tarot deck. And also for the clarifying deck, I'm using the traditional Rider-Waite deck. And what I'll be looking into is your overall energy for the next 2 weeks, and also your challenge, your solution, and also your advice card. Okay, so I think that's all that I need to announce before we start. And so yeah, oh, before that, just to warn you that the footage is going to be a little bit shaky. Unfortunately, this is the setup that I have for the camera, and I will be looking for ways to improve on this, but as of now, this is what I have to work with. Also, I'm filming at home, and unfortunately, I'm neighbors with a workshop for tour buses, so you will hear tour bus noises, engines, and drills and machinery and cockerels crowing. So just nothing much that I can do about it. But at the end of the day, I really hope that the readings resonate with you regardless. And talking about resonating with messages, this is a general reading for the mass public. So it might resonate with some of you, and it might not resonate with others of you. So just take what resonates and leave the rest. Also, keep in mind that energies are fluid, so what is said to be, what could be a potential outcome could currently be going on in your life, or could have already come to pass. So that is the way that energies are fluid. So okay, I guess we'll get on to the reading. Okay, so I've pre-shuffled the decks because I didn't want to shuffle it on camera lest the footage become even more shaky. So let's have a look at your overall energy. Your overall energy is the Lovers, and Lovers talk about partnerships. It can be romantic, it can be spiritual, it can be a work-related or business-related partnership. Lovers also talks about choices that needs to be made for your best interest. Okay, so that is your overall energy. You can see. Okay, and then for your challenge for the next 2 weeks, it's Four of Pentacles. If you see the Four of Pentacles in this particular deck, there's a figure who's sitting in a chest that is, well, pretty much spilling gold. Okay, so there's 4 pentacles here in the sign, on the chest, and 4 of Pentacles typically talk about not wanting to take a risk. Okay, you have some level, let's say for example, you have some level of a financial stability, and you do not want to make an investment or take a risk in expansion, for example, because you're afraid of losing what you already have. And this can apply, and while Pentacles talk about the physical realm, which is like career, finances, business, house, property, but it can also just be a symbolism of that being afraid of taking risks, and this can apply to various aspects of your life. Okay, so that is your challenge. And your solution is Seven of Wands. Okay, so you may be afraid of taking risks because you know that if you take the risk, others will not agree with you. Seven of Wands, as you can see in the figure, it's someone who is defending, it's a witch who is defending herself against six others. So it has a lot of reference to being alone, standing up for what you believe in, or being the receiving end of people being accusatory of you or being disbelieving of you. So in this situation, I think the solution, this being the solution to this card, it tells me that perhaps you're afraid of taking risks because you will be standing alone. But the solution is to actually be okay with standing alone to what you believe in. Okay, just this is the problem. You're afraid of taking risks. Even if you have to stand alone, do it. Do it anyway. Okay, so this is the solution to your challenge. Seven of Wands. And then let's look at your advice card. Your advice card is Eight of Wands. And we see here there is an advancement of 7 to the Eight of Wands. And by the way, my goodness, I actually forgot to tell what this reading is about. Oh, this reading is for, I'm so sorry, my goodness. How could I even forget? But this reading is actually for Taurus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and for 18th of March till March 31st. Goodness gracious me. So Taurus. And Taurus is associated with earth energy. So Pentacles is earth energy. But in your reading so far, we are seeing quite a bit of wands here. There's 2 wands out of 4 cards, and it's a progression of 7 to 8. So your advice, 8 of Wands, talks about fast movement. It talks about communication. It can also indicate about things being up in the air. So we will clarify this card. I will clarify your challenge card, your solution card, and this advice card. So it could be one of those things, like things are up in the air, you are unsure. But as this is an advice card, this could tell you to be okay with things having a certain level of uncertainty. When we're going on a journey to our destination and we're driving, let's say we're traveling at night, we're traveling by car at night, we can only see a few feet in front of us through our the lights of our car. Okay, so and that's okay. Of course, human nature, we want to see all the obstacles in front so that we can prepare for it, but that's not the case. For the most part, we can only see a few feet in front of us at a time. The rest of the journey is pretty unsure. There could be obstacles that we do not know of, but we will only know of it when we get there. And this is what I feel the advice card is. You need to be okay with some level of uncertainty. Be prepared as much as you can, but leave room for some level of uncertainty, because wanting to control everything is just going to contribute stress, and it's just not possible to be prepared for absolutely everything. Okay, so let's clarify. This is the clarifying deck, which is the traditional Rider-Waite, and your overall energy is a 2 of Pentacles. And if you see here, it involves like 2 people, right, for the Lovers, and this is like another 2, which is like a decision kind of energy. So I think this is a reinforcement to the meaning of the Lovers, where there is a choice to be made. Okay, you have a choice to make here and it's a choice that you need to make for yourself. Okay, the Lovers, when it comes to choice, it means that this choice is something that you need to make for your higher good, for your greater good. So there is that. Then oops, let me take a look here. Oh, all right. Okay, let me say this. I don't read reversals, but if a card, and I always shuffle my card the same way in the same direction, but if a card comes out reverse, I would read the reversals. Okay, does that make sense? I don't typically read reversals because all my cards are shuffled the same direction or the same way, same direction. But if it comes out like this, then I would read it as a reverse. Now, the challenge is you don't want to take a risk. You may feel stuck, and you may feel stuck because of this. But in actual fact, you feel trapped, but you're not really trapped. It's kind of like you are trapped because it's from your own doing. That's not the reality of the situation. Okay, and this is something that you need to pay attention to. You may truly believe that your hands are tied, but in actual fact, that is not the case. Okay, so pay attention to what you're doing or how you are thinking that is making you feel this way. Okay, so that is the problem. You are actually thinking or conducting yourself in the way that make you feel that your hands are tied, you're stuck, and there's nothing you can do about it. That is your challenge from the clarifying deck. And okay, so this is death. Your clarifying card for the solution is death. Okay, and death talks about metamorphosis, or it talks about something ending in order to give way for something new to take place. And this is, this is in relation to that risk. By taking the risk and releasing yourself from your own thoughts and your own actions that are keeping you bound, the solution is to be okay with standing on your own, not having the usual support that not having the support that you may usually have. And then, this may be something new to you. This is something that you are not used to. Okay, but this is a new beginning for you. Know that even though you stand alone and you're the only one who's confident in the decision that you're making, this is the right path for you. This is something that is going to end what does not serve you and will give way to something better, something that's new. Okay? Have faith. And then for your advice card, you have the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is about intuition, it's about nurturing. And in this card, you can see that there's water here. Water talks about emotions. And so the advice for you is that in relation to the Eight of Wands, as I said, be okay with some level of uncertainty. Just know that you have it in you to navigate. Rely on your intuition. Rely on actually rely on your intuition, because it will help guide you through that uncertainty. Tap into yourself and be confident that you will know what to do when the time comes. Okay, so that is your advice. So, yeah, that is all I have for you for this general reading, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising for March 18 to March 31st, 2019. I hope that this reading is provided some guidance to you and also some actionable steps that you can take for you to navigate your situation and have the outcome that you desire. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.